Hello everyone, welcome back to the Nova Scotia Volleyball Championships here on Bell TV1. My name is Raisa Lalani and I've got your call for the day, and this is game 2. This is the 5th place matchup game for the 16U boys category. It is going to be the Tigers team taking on Intrepide. We just saw the Tigers earlier today here on TV1 and they're back at it. So we're going to see who is going to claim the 5th place. The lineups are just getting checked. All right, there are scorekeepers, there are referees, the two teams are here. It looks like we are all ready to go. And starting us off on the serve is going to be the Intrepid side. This is a number 19, Abalera. Float serve, that one just short into the net. That is going to be a Tigers point. Back on the service line now for the Tigers, Gedalia, and he's going to miss his serve as well, all tied up at ones here. Brown with the serve. Hand pass by Chevalier. It's going to be set out left to him. He's going to swing down the line, and that is going to score. Point Tigers. Serving the ball here now is Pickup. Passed up. And looking for that free ball over, but that ball just a little bit short. Point going to the Tigers. Serving the ball here again is Pickup. And that free ball just landing over. That is going to score for Intrepid. Back on the line now, Parker Robbins. And the Tigers with a double contact call. That is going to be a point for Intrepid. Robbins back to serve again. Robbins back to serve again here. Intrepid now with the lead 4-3. That ball's passed up. Set out to the left. Chevalier with the swing, and it is going to go out of bounds. Intrepid point. Free ball over from the Tigers. Robbins chasing that ball down. Free ball from the left side of Intrepid. Tigers are going to pick it up. A set in the middle and a little bit of a miss time there. That is going to be an Intrepid point. 6 serving 3 and heading back to serve still here, Parker Robbins. Serve. And that serve is going to drop, and it is a service ace. Robbins. And there's a huge swing in the middle, but it looks like he was on the net. An unfortunate one on that one, as it was a good swing, but that is still going to be an Intrepid point. Robbins to serve. And a big swing in the middle. That one just hitting the top of the tape. A good try there from Abernethy, but it is going to be a Tigers point. Adams on the service line. That one's going to go into the top of the tape. Point Intrepid. Chevalier from the left. That one just a little bit tight to the tape. Point Intrepid. And we're going to see a timeout called here from the Tiger side as Intrepid is up 10-4. We'll be right back with the first set. Both teams back on the court. Intrepid with the serve. Chevalier down the line, but that one's going to go out of bounds, and that is going to be an Intrepid point. Nice and steady at the service line. Here is McCutcheon again. Float serve, and that ball is going to drop short, and it is up and over. Set to the middle and a tip over, just hitting the top of the tape. That is Abernethy. A good attempt there, but that is a Tigers point. Back on the service line is the Tigers. Chevalier with the serve. And that ball is going to land out of bounds. Intrepid point. Needler back to serve. That ball is passed up. Set out to the left. And a cross-court shot dug up by Intrepid's defense. Swing in the middle from Abernethy, but that one is going to get off of the touch, and that is going to be a point. Needler with the serve. And a little bit of miscommunication, but the Tigers are going to save that ball. Abernethy out of the middle, taking a tug on it, and it is just shy of the line. That is going to be a Tigers point. Back to serve. Here's Bauer. Float serve. Brown with the first contact. Keeping that ball alive is McCutcheon. Tigers running it to the left side, and it is going to go through the seam of the block, and that is going to be a point for the Tigers left side hitter. Serving the ball here is Bauer. Float serve. McCutcheon with the first contact. No one quite there to get the second as the players did collide a little bit there. That's going to be a Tigers point as they look to climb back into this first set. 8 serving 13. Float serve. And it is up and it is over. Intrepid finding a way to make it work. Roll shot from the right side. And that ball is dug up by the setter. No one there to get that second one. That's going to be a Tigers point. Bauer serving the ball. That one's going to go into the tape. It's going to be a point for Intrepid. Abernethy back to serve. That ball set to the left and a big tug to go down the line by Gedalia. That one just hitting the top of the tape. Point going to Intrepid. Abernethy back to serve. And that one is going to go long. Point going to Tigers. Heading back to the service line is Crawley. Jump float. Needler with the pass. Set to the middle. Robbins with the tip. And a little bit of a reach back on the Tigers' block to defense is going to give Intrepid that point. And it will send Alberia back to serve. And that ball is passed up, chased down by the Tigers. It saved a little joust at the net, and it looks like we're going to see a net violation call there. That's going to be Intrepid's point, and the referee is doing a great job calling tight games on these net violations, making sure to promote safety in this sport. Lots of knees and ankles can get injured when people cross the plane of the net, so a good job there calling some tight games. Tigers, free ball over. Abernethy set out left, and there's a swing from Brown. Out the left to the Tigers this time, and the lefty on the left side is going to get that point. Adams with the kill. Heading back to serve is Gedalia. Jump float. Passed up. Set to the left. Free ball over from Intrepid. And Chevalier is going to put that free ball over. Needler with the first contact. Set to the right side. McCutcheon with the roll, and that roll is going to score. Point going to Intrepid. A 19 serving 11 here. And heading back to serve is Patrick Brown. Brown with the serve. And that ball blocked down by Robbins, but the Tigers get a handle on it. Looking to tug that ball is Adams, but just hitting that one into the top of the tape. And there's a service ace, Intrepid. Back to serve is Brown. But first we're going to see a timeout here from the Tiger side as Intrepid has gotten over the 20 mark, 21-11 here. Both teams coming back onto the court here. Brown still serving for Intrepid. Float serve. That one just shy of the net. Point going to the Tigers. Serving the ball here on the Tiger side. This is pickup. And that ball is passed up. Set out to the left. Free ball over from Intrepid. Picked up by the hands of Bauer. Put a little bit too tight there for the setter to get to it, and that is going to be an Intrepid point. Still on the service line, racking up the serves for his team. Here's Robbins. Float serve. Passed up. Set out to the left. Chevalier with the tip over. Brown setting it. Free ball over from Fusion. Or rather, Intrepid. And a huge swing down the line there, but that one is going to go out of bounds. 23-12. Robbins still with the serve. That ball passed up. Set to the middle. Free ball looking to get that one. That ball a little bit too high for the middle there. That is going to be a point for Intrepid. 24-12 here, looking to close out this first set is Intrepid, and still on the line, serving the ball, Parker Robbins. First, we're going to get a substitution on the Tiger side. Coming into the match here for the Tigers. This is number 15, Scott. Serve. Scott with the pass. Set to the right. And a huge swing down the line, and that is great execution. A beautiful pass up by Scott coming in off the bench to give his team a chance here, and they're going to go back to the line to serve now Adams. Jump float. Brown with the first contact. Needler is going to set it up. Albera is going to put it over. And the Tigers in the middle, and that tip is going to score for Bauer. Tiger is finding a little bit of life here. Heading back to serve again, it's Adams. Jump float. That ball's passed up and over. What a block from Bauer. That's a huge reach from the Tigers' middle. Adams with the serve. That ball's up and over, and once again there to get it is Bauer. Intrepid handling it this time. A big swing cross court there from Needler, but that one just a little bit shy of the net, and that is going to be another point for the Tigers. They are building back here, 16 serving 24. Jump float. That one's going to sneak over the tape. Service ace. Adams with the serve. That ball up, but not up enough. A huge comeback on the Tigers side. Adams serving the ball here, 18-24. Looking to get them in the 20 zone and bring them all the way to 25. Adams with the serve. Jump float. Passed up by Brown. Set to the left, free ball over, and that free ball is going to score a nicely placed ball by Needler. And there you have it, folks. An exciting end of that first set. 25-18. Intrepid takes it. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back with the second set. All right, everyone, welcome back to the Nova Scotia Volleyball Championships. This is the 16U boys 5th place game here, and it is the Tigers versus the Intrepide. Intrepide taking that first one, but not without a big fight from the Tigers, trying to climb back at the end of that first set. We'll see what happens here in the second. Tigers are going to start us off with a serve. Crawley back at the line. That ball's passed up. Set to the left, and there is a swing from the left side. Tigers digging that ball. Swales with the swing. And a good up there on defense by Intrepide, but no one there to get the second. That's going to be a Tigers point. Back to service Crawley. And that ball's passed up. Tried to get saved off the net, but just not enough on that one. Tigers point. Crawley with the serve. That one's going to hit the top of the tape. Intrepide point. Heading back to serve here is Patrick Brown. Jump float. That one is going to trickle over the top of the tape, and that is a service ace for Intrepide. All tied up at 2s. Jump float. Bauer with the first contact. That ball set out to the left. The lefty on the left side going cross. A big dig by Intrepide. Tigers getting a handle on it. Swales on the right side. That ball a little bit too tight for him, and that is going to be an Intrepide point. Back to serve here now. Once again, Patrick Brown. Jump float. Passed up. And there's a big block in the middle. Robbins with the point for Intrepide on that one. Jump float. Swales with the pass. Set out to the left. And a swing cross court there from Adams, but that one just too much cross court. Intrepide point. Brown with the serve. Bauer with the first contact, but not enough time to get to the second. Service ace for Intrepide. 6 serving 2. Brown with the serve. Passed up by Pickup. A big set in the middle there. Tigers getting it over. Free ball from the right. That ball pushed out to the left, but that is a tough one to get to for the lefty, and that is going to be a point for Intrepide. And we are going to see a timeout called here by the Tiger side as Intrepide is starting to run away with it in the early goings of the second set. Both teams back on the court here after that timeout. Still serving the ball here for Intrepid is Patrick Brown. That ball's passed up. Set to the left, and there's a big tug on the ball from Adams. That one just hitting the top of the tape. Point Intrepid. Brown with the serve. Jump float. That one just going in the top of the tape, but a good run there from Brown. 8-3. Back on the service line now. Here is Swales. Jump float. That one going out the side. Point going to Intrepid. Robbins back to serve. Passed up by Pickup. Set out to the left and a swing off of the tape, and that ball is good. Free ball from Intrepid. Set to the right side. That ball a little bit too far, and that is going to be an Intrepid point. Robbins with the serve. Passed up by Pickup. Set out to the left and a swing down the line. Intrepid getting a paw on it on defense. Tipped over. Swales with the dig. Bauer from the left, and he is going to shove that ball down the line. A great swing. Tigers point. Scott back to serve. And it is going to be a service ace for the Tigers. Float serve. That ball is passed up. Set to the left, free ball over. Swales with the pass. And another swing. This one just a little bit long for Bauer. That is going to be an Intrepid point. Float serve. That ball's passed up. Set to the middle, and there's a big swing. Intrepid getting a first contact, but too much heat to handle out of the Tigers' middle. Heading back to serve here now. This is Adams. Jump float. That ball's passed up. Set to the middle. Tipped over. Swing from the left, and that swing is going to score for the Tigers. A little bit of momentum being built here now. 7 serving 11. Adams back to serve again. Jump float. Passed up. Set to the middle. Free ball over. And a little bit of a missed contact there. That ball under the net. Point going to Intrepid. St. Pierre back to serve. A ball passed up by Scott, dumped over by the Tigers' Crawley, and that is a great dump. Point Tigers. Jump serve, passed up. Great save from Intrepid, looking to put it over St. Pierre, and he does. Picked up by the hands of Adams. Swales looking to get that free ball over, and just too tight for him to get to it. A nice play by Intrepid, saving that ball. Intrepid back to serve. And that one's just going to go wide. Tigers point. Tigers serve. There's a huge party ball in the middle from Scott. A nice touch there from the Intrepid block, but that is a Tigers kill. Pick up with the serve. Passed up by Brown. Free ball over in the middle. Chased down by the set. Swale with the tip. It's dug up by Intrepid. Set to the left side. A tip in return. Bauer with the dig. Intrepid with the joust at the net. And the big block is there. Once again, a nice close there from Robbins. That's going to be Intrepid's point. Back to service Swales. And that ball sailing out of bounds, point Tigers. On the serve here is Crawley for the Tigers. Jump float. That ball is passed up. Free ball over from Albera. Set in the middle. That one just a little bit too low for Scott. He tried to hit that one upwards, but that one went out of bounds. Point going to Intrepid. 15 serving 11 here. Back on the line is Brown. Jump float. That ball is passed up. Set to the left, and there's a big swing from Adams. It is off the block of Intrepid. Adams again, but that time going a little bit too sharp, and that is going to be a point for Intrepid. Serving the ball is Brown. Jump float. And that ball is going to land right in the deep corner of the court. Intrepid service ace. Brown back to serve. Jump float. And this time it does sail long and out of bounds. Point going to the Tigers. 12 serving 17. Back to serve here is Swales. That ball's passed up. Set to the middle. Free ball over from Robbins. Bauer on the left. A big dig from Intrepid's left side. Now swinging at it is St. Pierre. Adams from the right side, and he is going to carve that ball down the line. A big swing there. Point going to the Tigers. Looks like we're going to get a substitution on the Tiger side now. Gedalia is going to come in here for Swales. And he's going to head back to serve the ball. Float serve. Passed up. Set to the left. Roll shot over from St. Pierre. It's dug up by Gedalia. Scott with the tip over. Robbins setting it out to the left. And St. Pierre trying to swing at that one, but just putting that one long. Tigers point. Gedalia back to serve again. Float serve. That one just hitting the top of the tape. Point going to Intrepid. Serving the ball here is Robbins. And that one's going to hit the top of the tape. Tigers point. Scott back to serve here for the Tigers now. Jump float. That one's going to land out of bounds. Intrepid point. A little bit of ping pong action here on the service line. Intrepide with the serve. Bauer on the left with the tip, picked up, set in the middle, and a huge swing in the middle there. That one just out of bounds. No touch on that block. A good try there from Abernethy, but just a little bit too long. Back to serve. Here is Adams. Jump float. That one sneaking over the tape. Intrepid getting a touch on it. Free ball over the top of the tape. But it didn't quite find its way onto the other side. That is a Tigers point. Adams back to serve. Jump float. And that is a service ace, a tough float serve there. 18-19, the Tigers right back in it now. And a reminder, Intrepid did take the first set, so Tigers wanting to get that 5th place title will have to force a third. Adams with the serve, and that ball's passed up. Intrepid with a beautiful save. And that one was out of bounds, though. Tigers did stop playing it. Referee Jeff Stewart agrees. All tied up here. Adams with the serve. Jump float. And it is a service ace. Point going to the Tigers as they take the lead now, 20-19. Adams back to serve. Jump float. And that one is going to land out of bounds. A lucky break for Intrepid off of Adams' serves as they're all tied at 20s. It's a game to 5 here now. Back on the line, St. Pierre. That ball is up and getting chased down by the Tigers, but it's a service ace this time for the Intrepid squad. St. Pierre back to serve again. Scott with the pass. Tigers putting it up. There's a swing on it. Intrepid with the dig. It's up and over. Bauer gonna make sure that ball doesn't get past him. 21s. It's a nail biter here on this second game of the day. Bauer back to serve. And it is a service ace up and over. Bauer back to serve again. That ball is passed up. Set to the left. Free ball over. That ball is set to the left. Gedalia looking to get that ball over, but just hitting it into the top of the tape rather than the block. That is an Intrepid point. All tied up at 22s. Abernethy back to serve. Gedalia with the pass. It is set out to him. Free ball over. Picked up. Set out to the left. Free ball over from Brown. And a nice dig there from Intrepid. Tip into the pot. Picked up by the Tigers defense in Gedalia. Free ball over. Set to the middle. Dug up by Adams. Swing down the line. Picked up by the Intrepid hands. A big rally here, and ending that rally is a tip to the pot. Patrick Brown finding the open spot. Great defense from both sides. We're going to see a substitution on the Tiger side. Coming back into the match here is Swales for Gedalia. Intrepid on the service line. Scott with the pass. Dumped over, picked up by the Intrepid's defense, set in the middle. And that ball's going to find the inside corner of the floor. And that is going to be an Intrepid point. 24-22, Intrepid finding a way to get away from the Tigers in the last 2 points. But we are going to see a timeout called here by the Tigers coaching staff. They want to try and force a third. It all boils down to this point here, 24-22, Intrepid versus Tigers. Intrepids did take the first one. And heading back to serve is Intrepid, looking to close out this set. Serve, passed up by Scott. Set to the left and a nice swing down the line by Swales. Intrepid's defense picking it up. Scott with the free ball. Swales tugging on that ball, and that one's going to go out of bounds. There you have it, folks. Intrepid is going to get the 5th place title here in the 16U boys Pool 2 category. Thank you so much for tuning in. We've got another game coming up. Don't go anywhere. These teams are going to shake hands, and then we'll be back on air shortly around 11:20.